Previously on Resident Evil. Of medical herbs. It is a well-known fact that there exists many plants that are credited with medical healing powers. Since ancient times, mankind has been healing wounds and diseases using various plants.
But you need to have a green with it, you see. You can't just have the red by itself.
I mean, it's the red shirts that always die first in, like, everything.
Oh. The zombies might go down the stairs.
That's definitely what I meant to do.
We want to try to get you in as safe a position as possible. See, like... Okay.
We are in fact green.
So, pop on out.
Oh. It's the video of the day, LPing up Nightmare's way. And the way is evil, because we're playing Resident Evil. I'm your host, Nightmare, and I have a guest with me.
You had the same guest as the previous episodes, Owen, also known as Immortallium from Victory Achieved Gaming. And I'm here to help Nightmares get through this game, which can be quite tough at certain points. It is a pretty challenging game, but one that I quite enjoy. So last time, I actually made a big boo-boo. Folks might remember that. I accidentally got him killed. Wait, what? Oh my god, what happened? Why did that not work? I hope not to do that again.
Yeah, you definitely did that. I don't know if you saw the anime Yu Hakusho, but there was a moment in, like, the first, like, arc in the, like, when they go to that demon castle or whatever, where they're trying to get in, and they, like, basically are about to get crushed, and, like, one of the characters has to decide, like, what to, like, go with the bad guy or, like, not go with the bad guy and, like, crush his friends. You chose to go with the bad guy and crush your friend me.
Now you might be tempted to go back. Trust me on this. I'm not going to screw you over at this point.
In that last episode, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's been a while since I've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, but yeah, I remember that castle one. I don't actually remember the crushing part, but I'm sure if I went back I'd find it pretty quickly. I don't recall the castle section actually being that long from what I remember. But anyway, back to Resident Evil. So, we have explored a decent amount of the mansion now. In fact, we got the first floor map, I think, last time, didn't we?
How did you open the map again?
Was it one of the shoulder buttons?
There. Audience, it's been a couple weeks, let's just say, since we played this, so I'm just familiarizing myself with the controls.
Oh, and this is a game that you definitely want to be familiar with the controls. It's life or death in this game.
Yeah.
So we have options here. We were kind of exploring the east side of the mansion. I specifically last time wanted to get him into that room, not just for the shotgun, but also because we desperately needed ink ribbons in order to save the game and be able to call it. So that's why I guided him over there. You may continue exploring over there if you want. You can also explore elsewhere. Also, there is one other thing that I wanted to point out about the shotgun before you start exploring. I just want to double check this because this is something that I didn't do too much myself, but I do believe it is quite a helpful technique. So the shotgun. Do you remember how when you're aiming that you can like kind of point it up, down, and like straight ahead? So basically, I
Um,
believe if
wait, that's the map again.
just to let you know, I'm looking at something else right now. So basically, what I yeah. So if you wait until a zombie is like basically right on top of you, and you point the gun up towards its head and you fire, it will actually cause the zombie's head to explode in one shot, which can be really useful. Now, of course, there's a risk with that, and that is they need to basically be right beside you when you do that. But it's just a technique that I thought I'd let you know exists, and that might help at some point. Or you could do what I do, which is just shoot them with the shotgun until they die at a certain point.
right.
Anyway,
I mean, knowing my track record with close range, uh, I don't know if I'll
yeah,
do that per se, but yeah, we will find out when we get there.
yes. So the other thing I wanted to try to remember is that the ammo you have, the extra ammo that's at the bottom right in your inventory, is that shotgun ammo or is that ammo for something else later on?
This?
Acid shells. Acid shells, I think that's for the shotgun, which means you have 12 rounds of shotgun shells in total. Now, the acid shells I think are pretty good from what I remember. I'm just going to double check for sure that that is the correct ammo for that weapon.
Of
Uh,
course. I mean, I don't know. I don't see why they'd give us random ammo if it wasn't for the thing that was in the same room, but
let me just check. So, yeah, acid shells, that's the one. Oddly enough, I'm looking it up on the wiki, and it's an ammunition item. No
ammunition.
details on like what gun it goes into. That's not very helpful. Um,
Yeah, kind of defeats the purpose to like no like
yeah,
aren't you supposed to give it like oh this is used for such and such a weapon but
yeah, that'd be very helpful. I'm pretty sure it's for the shotgun. I just want to make sure. Is this for the shotgun? Do. Oh no, it seems. Wait, so it's acid shells, is it?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's actually what I thought originally, which is that it isn't for the shotgun. So that's you don't actually have the weapon to use that one yet. So you actually only have 6 rounds of shotgun ammo.
So we might want to
So
conserve that.
yes, and also it would be very helpful if we could find the item box. You could put away that and to get another inventory slot. So, oh, you're well, okay. So looking, yeah, okay. Just looking there, I was able to tell where you were. You're up at the top floor. You're in that hallway. I don't know if you remember, we've been in this hallway before, and there is a zombie in here at least one, possibly two. One thing I'm going to recommend strongly at this point is if you could just bring up the map one more time, or well, actually, you might want to deal with this guy first. Okay, we have the map up. Let's deal with that. You see the room that is directly to your right as you go down the hallway.
The one that's like you go in and you're like next to the arrow basically.
Yeah, like if you took a few extra steps forward, it'd be to her right. Um,
Yeah, that one.
so whatever you do, for the moment at least, do not enter there. I can't remember if you can enter there right now with either the lockpick or this. I think it's the sword key. But whatever you do for the moment, don't go in there. There is a point at which something will become available, and that's when I would encourage you to go in. But for the moment, don't go in. I'll let you go in any of those other doors, not that one. Oh, you're shooting on the floor. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, start. You don't
Why?
need to point up. Uh, okay, yeah. This sort of control thing again, isn't it? If she had that, he doesn't go down with that. You might as well try to finish him off simply because you put a lot of ammo into him already. Okay, take out the knife if you can, and try stabbing down at him. So that's to cause a little bit of damage to him, and also to check that he's still alive. You have to stab down.
I mean,
Look at that up, and you might want to get away because that zombie's getting quite close. Yeah, we definitely want to try to finish. I wouldn't go through a door right now. Well, actually, wait. Did you do any damage to other zombies? You didn't, right?
we don't have much ammo there.
Yeah, you were firing into the air there like a cowboy at one point. You know Yosemite Sam.
Oh,
From,
yeah. I was, yeah. I was, trying to raise the roof.
Very much so. Okay. Okay, I would love to confirm if that other guy is dead. But unfortunately right now I don't know if we can. In which case, I would probably go in that room right now then. Just...
Oh, I was pressing B instead of A. What the...
Right at the last second. Okay, so... We were in this room at one point. I can't remember if we... I think that might have been... We might have died after we got into this room at a certain point. So, in this situation, there is... Yeah, this is definitely a repeat, because if you go to the desk there, do you remember there is a couple of things here? So, that's the lighter. Okay, leave it for the moment, just because we're low on inventory space. Like, we'll definitely want that once we have an item box, but for the moment, leave it. There should be a couple of other things in here. One is if you go back to the other side of the room, I believe we picked up a dog whistle at one point. Do you remember? Now, I can't remember with the dog whistle, does that take up a spot? It probably does.
Do you want... I mean...
Okay, tell you what. More important than that, right now, select no, and look to the top of the screen. Do you see what's on the table?
A chair that's in my way.
But more importantly, it's handgun magazine.
Oh yeah, we definitely need that.
Yeah, so combine it with the gun to put the, like, 12 rounds into that gun. 15 is the max, so... And we have 3 to spare. So, yeah, that'll definitely help. Okay, so now I wouldn't pick up either of the other 2 items right now, simply because we only have 1 slot left in our inventory, which I'll remind people, Jill has 2 extra slots compared to Chris. So imagine playing this game up to this point with only 6 slots for items.
Yeah, that, I feel like I would have, died a whole lot more.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, it's not like I died enough.
Yeah, that's certainly true. So, I mean, I'm tempted to just tell you where the item box is, but then again, I'm kind of... Although, wait, I kind of told you last time, didn't I? Because I was desperate for you to get there, and you died on the way. So,
right.
I mean, okay, early on in this game, folks, I'm going to be generous. I know there's always this thing about, you know, backseat gaming and stuff, but I think for the moment, we're in desperate need of an item box. I think we should go... I'm going to have him do that, and then I can be a bit more lenient. So, if you go out into the hallway, not that hallway, the other hallway, the other door. Now, do you remember we came out this door one time before, and we died out here. So there's a bunch of zombies out here.
You're right.
Now, downstairs is that door down there is where an item box is. Now, this zombie killed you last time. Maybe the shotgun is in this situation. Or you can just go in. Okay, we did use 1 round of ammunition there, but that's fine. Okay, so this is, I believe, what they typically call this in Resident Evil is a safe room. So, do you hear this very peaceful music that's playing?
Oh, it's definitely peaceful. What do you... It's not unpeaceful.
So, if we go... Yeah, do you see that big box over there? like the one at the back, that's an item box. So if you open this up, we can store stuff in there. Also, we're going to want to take some stuff out. So first things first, store those shells in there. We don't need them right now. Just put them away. Secondly, like put those 3 ink ribbons with the 2 ink ribbons you currently have. So now we have 5, so we can save 5 times, which sounds amazing. Secondly, oh, we're going to be so tight on space if we go with this, but the first aid spray, just to explain what that is a full recover. So it heals your health entirely, no matter what it is.
Might be a bit useful.
Now, keep in mind we'll only have 1 inventory slot, but we can always run back here over and over again in order to put stuff into the item box. So that is, you know, that's one thing we could do. So I'll leave it up to you whether you want to bring the first aid spray or not at the moment. But there are a couple other things in this room which we might want to deal with first. Just because there's a very important item to your right there. Do you see that little, what looks like a bottle of alcohol, you know, one of those things those guys would take out, is in fact a fuel canteen. Now, fuel canteen, very important. I would pick it up. You can always put it in the item box if you don't need it at this point. Although one thing I would do right now is, I think if you look in your inventory, did it say it's got 0 in it, you see, so we need to fill it up. Now, there's a keg of fuel in this room as well. I think we saw it when we came in. You see that there. So if you interact with it, there's still plenty of kerosene left. Refill your fuel canteen? Yes, you really do want it. Now, you refilled your fuel canteen with kerosene. Now, if you take a look at your inventory now, it says 2, so you can use it 2 times. Now, you might be wondering, what do I use this for? You know? Well, note that in the room above, there was a lighter. So you basically use the kerosene and the lighter together in order to set things on fire. Why are you setting things on fire? Well, you're not an arsonist, so you're not burning down this mansion, at least not yet.
Well, I mean, there's like Dave and all his like dead friends, but I mean, they might be important, but I don't know.
Well, Dave and Larry and all that stuff. So, basically, again, actually, one thing that I'm kind of keeping this in mind, it's gonna really screw you over later on if you don't know about it, but it can be a pleasant surprise for viewers sometimes. So I would like to go with the rule of whether it was in the manual or not, which you can you access the manual at this point in the like the menu? We went through a manual at one point. You remember the first episode, or I think it was the second episode after you died. We went through a manual, and I'm trying to remember, was this detail mentioned in here? So I'm just going to quickly look this up. Then again, it could really screw us over if it isn't. Official web manual. Let's take a look at this. I'm just going to see, is it included? You can cut this out if it turns out to be boring or something. So,
I mean, no one reads the manual. What are you talking about?
yeah, that is an infamous fact, all right. So yeah, they discuss item management, defensive items, file saving, settings. Maybe they don't tell you.
I mean, there's this STARS manual. I don't know.
STARS manual. Let me glance back at here. Let's take a look. So, run through them to see how much it tells you. So, based on the default, use status screen. That's fair. I'll tell you when to stop, basically.
Just seems like normal things that we already went over.
Yeah, I'm just checking, is this one specific thing something that was in the manual, you see? Basically, is there any part in this that talks about gasoline and fire? seem like it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I mean, how do you feel about self-discovery in games versus like possibly being screwed over because you didn't know something?
I mean, I do like to figure things out on my own, like, because then it would add that suspense and that surprise.
Okay.
Then
Would you say?
again,
Oh,
we both didn't really figure out the crushing thing, so I
the
don't
crushing
know.
thing was bad, but that's a bit different. Um, in this situation, I tell you what, um, we'll get both of them at some point, and maybe you can experiment with them and discover it for yourself. Um, so what? So now we have a problem, which is that there's 3 zombies outside this room, outside of the safe room that we're currently in, which isn't great. Um, it's not a situation that most people would want to be in.
Yeah, I kind of just dashed into here, didn't I?
Mhm. So, what I'm going to recommend then is, well, first off, are we saving, or are we going to save our ink ribbons at the moment? Do you
Uh,
consider it worth using an ink ribbon?
I mean, we have 5. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I can have the same luck getting past them like before, so it might
In
be
which case,
good to save.
okay, before you do that, then, I'm going to recommend something because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to transport some items that are in nearby rooms down here. So once we deal with all the zombies outside, we'll essentially be like acting like is the term a busboy or something? I can't remember. Someone who transports goods. Basically, I would like you to go over to the item box and for the moment put away the fuel tin or whatever it's called, the fuel canister, and also put away the key just for the moment. We'll want that key back at a certain point, but for the moment, our job is to get stuff down here and like to flesh out. Also, we might want to put that, that other round of ammo into our gun. I don't know if you can do it from this screen, you see. So,
What, this?
yeah, so if you pop out and go back into your inventory,
Yeah.
you should be able to combine that with your gun because it's only 1 round, but you never know that 1 round could be the round that saves you. So
The
now I
one round to rule them all.
the 1 round to bind them. The 1 round to find the zombie's head and in the darkness shoot them. Anyway, so now would be a good opportunity to save, I would say. I'd recommend saving now.
Yeah. I don't know, I thought about killing the zombies and then saving, because then we won't have to save twice, but might.
Oh, but if you see, if you die, we're going to.
It,
Okay, it's up to you. Do you want to go out and kill those zombies and then come back, or? Okay, so in that case, there's 1 zombie right down here. Regardless how you deal with the other 2, I would probably recommend the shotgun for this guy, just because he's standing right by. Now, I don't know if you want to try using the technique I was talking about earlier, or if you want to just shoot him. Oh, you shot his leg out. Okay, but I think they can still move. So yeah, grab the knife, give him a poke.
how do you aim down again?
Oh yeah, sorry, control. So it's L, yeah, trigger, and then yeah, and oh, he's dead because the pool
Oh,
of blood's coming out.
that's the main indicator, yeah.
Yes, they are definitively dead if the pool of blood's coming out. It's just the case that it takes some time to come out. So sometimes it's safer to just stab him and see. Okay, so
Yeah,
now
if there's
go
no
into
pool, if there's no pool of blood, he's only mostly dead.
yeah, mostly. So in that case, yeah, we can go back to the pistol. We're going to the 2 other zombies are up above. You just unequip the pistol, just to tell you. So you're going around barehanded. Something I would not recommend.
Oh yeah,
For
no,
the
I'm not a bear, so I don't want to do that.
Um, Now, something I want to check as well is there's a door that's to your. If you go down here and then you see under the banister or whatever it's called, there's like a corridor or what, or a hallway or whatever you want to call it to the bottom right. Just go in there for the moment and just. I think there's a door that gets unlocked. I think it's safe. I think it's safe from what I remember. I would probably be cautious because my memory isn't perfect, but. And I think this door is unlocked from this side, you see. So if you interact with it now, the doorknob looks like it's ready to fall apart.
This mansion was surely made really well.
Yeah. Go. Oh. Okay. Wait. Okay, this is a different one. Okay, actually, don't go through. I remember these doors now. It's been a while since I played this game, folks. So I think this is a one-way door. Which means you go through it and you won't be able to come back through it. You have to go all the way around again.
I
In case
am
we don't want to do that.
very familiar with those from, like, The Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah, of course, that would make a lot of sense. Legend of Zelda. Now they're both at the top of these stairs. So what would be really good would be if you're able to just pull one of them. Oh, you should be able to pull one because there's one on the right and like down the corridor. So, in which case, yeah, that guy will come following. So I go back down. Shoot here. I probably go back down the stairs now. And you can point upwards and shoot. Very nice. I don't know if you want to... Okay, you don't want to try stabbing him at the moment. I think I heard that other guy get up. Oh, wow, you broke one of his legs. And he's still moving. Okay. Yeah, I probably would not use a shotgun on him on the ground. I'd use a handgun round. If you were really adventurous, I'd be using the knife, but I wouldn't recommend that. Down on the ground. Stay back. Oh, God. Okay. This is very awkward. Okay, run. Okay. Very hurt, but we'll use the first aid thing for that. Okay, is that the second time that guy went down? In which case he will bleed out. Okay, he isn't. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, we'll use the first aid spray when we get everything else sorted out. So put the last two rounds into your pen gun, I would say. Yeah, don't use it. Don't examine it either. There we go. Okay. So now we got 6 rounds back. So wait for him to kind of come up the stairs a bit, I would say. Shoot. Okay, now would be a good opportunity to try stabbing him. He's probably dead at this point, but let's be 100% sure. Oh, I see the pool of blood.
Oh.
He is dead. Now, one thing that's good, actually, is that Jill smashed the other guy's head in with her foot. Now, not only is that cool, it actually serves a gameplay purpose, but that's something we'll get onto in a later bit.
She went the distance.
So, do we probably want to heal ourselves now, since we're very injured. So, yeah, I'd go in. I'd use the first aid spray. I wouldn't save yet. Simply because we know the room we came out of was safe upstairs. So, yeah, I'd say get out the first aid spray and use it. Also, here's an interesting little fact for you folks. Excuse me, there is a difficulty setting in this game that will make all of the item boxes individual. So for the moment, whatever item box we come across, it all shares their inventory. There is a version of this game in which, you know, these stuff will only be in this item box, and if we wanted them in another item box, we'd have to take them out and bring them over. Luckily, this doesn't happen on the base game. They're all interconnected. It's a magical item box system.
Oh, good, because we definitely need to have those travel with us magically.
Yeah, that would be very strongly recommended, particularly for people who are playing this game for the first time. So what I would recommend doing now is, remember the room we were in above, where with all the books and stuff. It's where we got the other clip of handgun ammunition.
Yes.
I'd go there now. There's 2 items we want to pick up.
The one above us?
Yeah, it's saying that you haven't picked up everything in this room. Is that also including the fact that we haven't emptied that fuel canister, or is there something else in this room we're missing? Let me just double check. Do you see anything sparkling in here? Oh, what's that thing on the ground? Actually, is that something you can pick up? There's a lantern light. Oh, okay, you're looking at the lantern right now. Warm light makes you relax. Thank you. Maybe it isn't. Maybe. Or is it the toolbox? Old boxes.
And step ladders.
Hang on, I'll double check this as I can bring up a map. In the meantime, I would recommend you go up to that room in question. Find this map. Resident Evil map. Okay, here we go. And let's take. We want. This is the first floor. This is room 19A. That's not correct. Huh. Okay, we'll go over that in a moment. For the you're going down the wrong way, buddy. I'm talking the room back. This room right over here.
This
Not
one?
that room. No. I'm always fascinated by people's sense of direction in games. I always thought it was an easy thing to do, but oh, you have to go all the way around? Okay. So in that case, look at the map and just get yourself. So you're going to go through this door, and then you're going to run back over, and go through that door we went in before.
The one below me?
Actually, do you have 3 slots in your inventory right now?
4.
4. Okay, in that case, yeah, actually, there's an item out in this hallway we should probably grab as well. It'll be to your left as you go out the hallway.
So this door?
Yeah. Now be careful. There's a zombie standing nearby.
I didn't realize we had to unlock it.
Yeah, I think it was locked from this side. You see, I think it was one of those doors. In which case, yeah, we should go on through. Yeah, you could. Actually, that's a very good idea. You've just unequipped it. There we go. Okay, so to your left there will be a table. Well, I say your left actually. To your character's left there will be a table, and on that table is that wooden board. I would recommend picking it up. Okay, now book it to the end of this hallway and go back in that door.
What, this door?
Yep. We'll move the stuff down and then we'll save, I think. I think that'll be a good idea. So grab the dog whistle. Which...
Is this one?
Yep, that is correct. We will need that at a certain point. And we get that because, do you remember last time we picked this up, we also get this, a crumpled memo. Now, it's probably been a while, as you said, in which case, do you want to read through it again and just make sure that you remember what the deal is?
Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead. I just need to quickly look at this map system because this map is not working with me right now.
Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I had this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal, like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the mutt is always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side on the terrace, and he ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. This is where you come in. The thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking a serious mauling. Which means only you can put out forest fire. I mean, can put this color on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. You're the only person I can trust with this. Of course, you'll get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item that you're always wanted to get a hold of? Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for both of us. John Tolman.
Can I just say, I think you might have made that joke last time about the forest fires. I could be wrong, but I
Oh,
feel like I remember you mentioning it in some shape or form. We'll have to see. Um, but okay, so I just looked at it, and yeah, there is something. I think it is the item on the floor. Maybe we weren't like interacting with it correctly. But before that, let's get everything in this room. So on the table over here, there should be two items. I think there is this lighter, which we definitely want, and I thought there was like a file or something. Is it this open journal? Nope, it's certainly not that.
they haven't written the story yet.
Could you check your map and just see if it says,
In progress.
yeah, we haven't emptied this room or everything. I'm pretty sure there's a file on that table somewhere. Oh, is it the book on the left? There we go. Okay, and we went through this last time, but it probably also helps to go through it again.
Right. Um, it is well known fact that there exist many plants that are credited with medical healing powers. Since ancient times, mankind has been healing wounds and diseases using various plants. In this book, I'm about to wrap this book. Oh no. Which you wouldn't get that reference, but we will sample 3 herbs that are a native of the Arklay Mountains and briefly outline each of their medical qualities. Each herb has a distinct color and distinct medical quality. The green herb chambers we got it recovers physical strength. The blue herb, if it was green it would die, neutralizes natural toxins. However, the red herb has no real effect by itself. We have found that mixing green and red herbs result in a magnificent effect. We will outline the effects of red herbs when mixed with other herbs when we have more data. Meanwhile, feel free to experiment on your own, for true knowledge is only acquired through experience.
So just to translate what all that means. So basically, your green herb is your basis. I believe, actually, you might be able to use the blue herb by itself. I'm not sure. But with regards, yeah, okay, yeah, I think you can use the blue herb by yourself. So the green herb is your basis, and it will heal you. Now, blue herbs, basically, if you're poisoned, it will heal you. Now, there's only a few enemies in this game that can poison you, so you only need to just, stockpile a little bit of blue herbs. The red herb, as it says, does nothing by itself, but if you combine it with the green herb, it will heal your health completely. It's essentially a first aid spray. So that's really good to do, to combine the green herb with the red herb. You can also combine the blue herb with it and have a triple mixture. But, and then of course you can combine greens by itself as well, and that'll increase the amount of healing it does. That is basically just explaining healing in this game, which I think is, pretty fair.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one was like, your services are needed, like, no, like a Cell or something, or like, then this one's like, here's all the healing ninjutsu that you could do.
Yeah.
If you
I get
and you have to like use a fusion card to use one of them.
Sweet, we're throwing in. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh or something?
Yes. That was several anime references.
Very nice. Could you check your map just to make sure that you've cleaned out this room? You have. Perfect. Okay. So the last thing I want you to do before we save, well, I mean, actually, there's two things we want to do before you save. But go back to the room downstairs again.
That would be this way.
Yep. Which apparently this door is a one-way door. But it just means you have to loop around a bit. It's not that much of an effort. So go back downstairs. We're going to go back into that safe room. Very nice.
Larry?
Yeah. Oh.
The other dude's gone.
Wait, so yeah, I was expecting one of them to be gone. The other one I wasn't expecting. Very interesting. Okay. So in this room, do you remember that thing on the floor? The one on the left there? We can pick it up. We just need to angle ourselves correctly.
It's always fun and games until you get your eye poked out by a triangle with several angles.
Very nice. We're not shooting this thing, by the way, just to let you know.
I don't know how to lean without...
I think if you stand near it and press like the examine button, it should just... Yeah, there we go, perfect. Okay, so this is actually what I was wondering about before. Do you remember when I was saying, is it in the manual? It's actually this. So this is important information. Take great note of this.
Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding those beings. They may appear to be dead, but in fact they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Like, other than, like, killing them. Currently, there are 2 known methods to cease their resurrection. Incineration. Destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself.
So basically, to translate all of that, so have you noticed that most of the zombies you've been killing, their body remains even when you like leave a room and come back?
Yeah.
So, some point, they're going to get up, and they are going to be stronger. They're going to be faster, they're going to do more damage, they're going to attack faster, which is bad.
Naturally, that would... I mean, they're zombies, so, like, at some point the plot has to happen.
Mm-hmm. As we said there... oh, before you save, put away...
items, yeah. Yeah, like... I mean, it is a video game, like, there's, like, cutscenes and story and, like, characters, so there... Like I said, there has to be, like, plot at some point. Plus, they're zombies, so, like...
So I would recommend right now dog whistle and the wooden board. Put those away. If you're going to keep the lighter, you'll need the team with it. If not, you can put the lighter away as well.
So...
Okay, 2 slots. That's perfectly fine. So, as I was saying, oh yeah, save, definitely save. So basically, they're going to be bad news when they come back. Now, do you remember I was very happy when she destroyed the head a moment ago? She like stomped on the head and it like smashed. That's good because that means that zombie is completely gone, never coming back. Great stuff. On the other hand, there's a few zombies that you shot until they just collapsed and bled. And so what you need to do now, if you want to stop them from coming back, is to burn them. So, the question is, there isn't enough fuel to burn every zombie. Now, obviously, if you manipulate it so that you can destroy a lot of their heads and then burn the remaining zombies, you could probably get rid of most of the zombies that way. But I'm not so like specific about that. In which case, I would kind of focus on specific points that you know you're going to kind of come back through over and over again. So actually, the zombie outside right now would be a good example because this room is important. This is a very important safe room. We don't want this maniacal zombie running around mental outside. You know.
That would be a good thing to do, but it will have to wait until next time.
Oh yes, we'll start the next episode by burning a zombie.
Yeah, that would be good. Well, we ran around and got a few things. We figured out that we need to burn the zombies, and we know how to heal things with different herbs, and there's like other effects with the herbs. So I think this is a good point for. I am your host, Nightmare, and this has been Resident Evil HD Remaster, and I am signing off.
I'm Owen, also known as Immortallium